Many women dream of finding a partner who truly fights for them, not in a reckless way like starting a bar brawl over a harmless glance, but in a meaningful sense. It's about standing up for the relationship, protecting what's important, and showing through actions that you're worth every effort. But here's the key. A man will only fight for what he genuinely values. If he sees you as irreplaceable, he'll go to great lengths to keep you. On the flip side, if he doesn't, no amount of pleading or changes on your part will spark that fire. So, how do you become that valued person in his eyes? It starts with understanding human nature and building a dynamic where effort flows both ways. Let's dive deeper into this. At its core, we as humans treasure things we've invested in. Think about it. If someone hands you a free coffee, it's nice. But if you spill it, you might just shrug. Now imagine grinding through a long day at work to earn that same coffee. Suddenly, spilling it feels like a tragedy. You'd chase after it, or at least mourn the loss. The same principle applies to relationships. The more effort someone puts in, the higher the stakes become. That's why, in the early stages of dating, when everything feels like a chase, the connection often burns brightest. But once things settle, maybe after moving in together or getting married, people sometimes stop trying. They assume, I've got this now, it's mine. And that's when value starts to erode. To make this real, consider a common scenario. You're in a relationship where you're always the one planning dates, cooking elaborate meals, or bending over backward to accommodate his schedule. At first, he appreciates it, but over time, it becomes expected. He stops noticing, stops reciprocating. Why? Because it's handed to him on a silver platter. No effort required on his end means no real investment. To flip this, let him earn those moments. Set clear standards from the start. If he cancels plans last minute without a good reason, don't just brush it off. Politely but firmly express that it's not okay, and follow through by not rescheduling immediately. This isn't about punishment. It's about showing that your time and energy are valuable. A quality partner will respect that and step up because he wants to prove he's worthy. Expanding on standards, let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're guidelines that protect your self-worth. For instance, if he's consistently late or dismissive, call it out calmly without drama. Say something like, I value our time together, so when you're late, it makes me feel like it's not a priority. Then, give him space to respond. If he brushes it off, pull back a bit. Focus on your own activities. This signals that you're not desperate for his attention. You're choosing to share it. And here's where it gets powerful. When he realizes he might lose that access, his motivation kicks in. He'll start making more effort because now, maintaining the relationship requires work from him too. But what if you're already in a situation where things feel one-sided? Maybe you've been the sole rower in the boat, paddling furiously while he coasts. The boat spins in circles, and you're exhausted. The instinct might be to complain, why don't you ever plan anything? My friends' partners do this all the time. But that approach often backfires. It comes across as needy, handing him even more power because it shows you're invested no matter what. Instead, pause. Stop rowing. Redirect that energy into yourself. Pick up a hobby you've neglected, like painting, hiking, or joining a book club. Reconnect with friends, pursue a career goal, or simply enjoy solo adventures. This isn't manipulation. It's self-care. You're building a fulfilling life independent of him. Picture this. You're out with friends, laughing over dinner, or crushing a workout class that leaves you energized. Suddenly, your phone lights up with his texts, wondering where you are, suggesting plans. Why the shift? Because when you're not orbiting around him, he sees the gap. Your independence highlights what he stands to lose. A vibrant, self-assured partner who's choosing him, not needing him to complete her. Historically, this dynamic has played out in countless stories, from fairy tales to modern rom-coms. The princess who's content in her tower, pursuing her own quests, draws the prince in because she's not waiting helplessly. He's compelled to prove his worth, to fight by showing consistency, thoughtfulness, and commitment. Now let's explore why neediness repels effort. When someone senses you can't live without them, it removes the incentive to try. It's like knowing the game is won before it starts. No thrill, no chase, but flip it. Cultivate that I want you but I don't need you vibe. This comes from inner strength. Build it by investing in personal growth. Maybe start journaling to process emotions or take up meditation to boost confidence. Over time, this radiates outward. He'll notice you're happier, more centered, and that draws him closer. Studies in psychology back this up. Relationships thrive on mutual respect and autonomy, not codependence. When both partners have full lives, the time together becomes a bonus, not a necessity. Another angle, don't make things too easy. This isn't about games or artificial scarcity. It's about natural balance. In the honeymoon phase, it's tempting to clear every hurdle for love. He's busy? I'll drive 2 hours to see him. He forgot our anniversary? I'll plan a surprise to remind him. Done sparingly, that's sweet, but constantly, it diminishes value. Humans undervalue what's effortless. Recall the oxygen analogy. We ignore air until it's scarce, then we fight for every breath. Apply that here, let some natural obstacles exist. If distance is an issue, don't always bridge it yourself. Let him suggest solutions. This raises the perceived value of your connection. To illustrate, think of job interviews. If a company headhunts you aggressively, offering perks without you lifting a finger, you might question if it's too good to be true. But if you prepare, interview multiple rounds, and negotiate, landing the role feels like a victory. You value it more. Relationships mirror this. When he invests time, like planning a thoughtful date or remembering small details about your day, it cements his commitment. Encourage this by reciprocating in kind, but not overdoing it. Keep a healthy give and take. What about physical fights? Earlier I mentioned it's not about bare-knuckle brawls, but let's unpack that. In rare cases, a partner defending you honorably, say, stepping in during a genuine threat, can feel protective and romantic. But emphasize, this should stem from love and respect, not jealousy or ego. Most fights in relationships are metaphorical, arguing for quality time, defending the partnership against external stresses like work demands or family interference. A man who values you will prioritize these battles, ensuring the relationship stays strong. Let's add some real-world examples to make this stick. Imagine Sarah, who's been dating Alex for a year. At first, everything's electric. He texts constantly, plans weekends away. But lately, he's complacent, glued to his phone during dinners. Sarah could nag, but instead, she enrolls in a dance class, starts a side hustle, and fills her evenings with fulfilling activities. Alex notices the shift. Hey, you've been busy? Want to grab dinner Thursday? He asks. By not chasing him, she reignites his pursuit. Or take Mia and Jake. Mia always cooks gourmet meals, but Jake never thanks her. One night, she serves simple popcorn. Jake laughs at first, then realizes he's taken her efforts for granted. Next time, he helps in the kitchen, appreciating the gesture. These shifts happen when value is reestablished through action, not words. To extend this further, consider long-term relationships. Marriage or cohabitation doesn't mean effort stops. In fact, that's when it matters most. Couples who keep dating each other, surprise outings, shared goals, maintain that spark. If things stale, revisit independence. Travel solo, pursue passions. It reminds both of you why you chose each other initially. Emotional intelligence plays a role too. Understand his love language, maybe it's acts of service, so fighting for you means fixing things around the house without being asked. Or words of affirmation, where he vocally defends your dreams to skeptics. Tailor your expectations, but always ensure reciprocity. If you're giving quality time but getting crumbs, reassess. Communication is crucial, but timing matters. Don't discuss issues when emotions run high. Choose calm moments. Frame it positively. I love how we support each other. Let's keep building on that. This invites him to fight alongside you, not against you. Cultural influences shape this too. In some societies, men are raised to conquer, so independence in a partner fuels that drive. In others, equality means shared effort. Regardless, the universal truth, value breeds commitment. As we wrap this up, remember, becoming someone he fights for starts with you. Cultivate self-value, set standards, embrace independence, and let effort be mutual. When you do, the relationship transforms into something resilient and passionate. It's not about perfection, it's about growth. Apply these insights and watch how dynamics shift in your favor. Thanks for sticking with this deep dive. It's all about empowering you to create the connection you deserve. 3 Sexpert.